Hey everyone, welcome back to the Strategy Game Podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Shippey, and today we're talking about the importance of saying thank you. Okay, so this is a great series that I'm going to do and just really talk through a lot of our contributors on the Storywork blog because our goal is really to be a platform that just serves entrepreneurs, leaders, both in the business world and in the nonprofit world, with tangible tools that they can use as fuel to move to the next level. And our guest on this blog post was Gene Roberts, who many of you may know as one of our partners in the Marketing Engine, where we run digital marketing strategies for organizations, both on the nonprofit side and the business side. So what's great about this is that while she writes in the form of nonprofit clients, this really applies across the board. And she talks about how research shows that those who feel appreciated and valued take more ownership of their work and produce better results. And customers who feel appreciated and valued are more likely to increase their business with you and champion your brand. So I want to ask you a question today. When is the last time you focused on saying thank you? And what would happen if you took one day this month to focus on writing a plan to show your gratitude for the rest of the year? And it's amazing in this blog post. I won't go through all of this, but she gives an outline to help get you started. Like, for example, this is May. Send a special note to new customers. It can be really simple, but it creates delight. And you know, I'm a big fan of creating delight. That's what it's all about, right? We talk about that a lot with the journey map. June, focus on your team. Find a way to send a personal note to them, email or handwritten, of gratitude, right? July, in the spirit of celebrating, maybe this is a time when you share your story. Tell the story of your company and how it came to be as a leader, right? In August, you can thank your board of directors or leadership team. And she goes on with one idea a month to be able to show gratitude. And by writing a plan and scheduling time each month, you'll be well on your way to really increasing retention. So there's a lot of things that we could do, right, to move the needle. But honestly, this is really something that is so simple yet so powerful. It just is a matter of us taking the time to be able to do it. And a lot of times I think we can get sucked into daily tasks and we get pulled down. So I feel this way too. So if I don't do it first as the first thing I do when I sit down in the morning, I typically won't do that bigger picture work or the gratitude work because I will get pulled into the day. We all know this. Text, voicemails, emails, Slack messages, all of the notifications moving through my to-do list. And so the sovereign space for me, this bigger picture visionary time while I'm recording this podcast is in the morning, because that's the first thing that I do. So if once a month you took, this could only take 15 to 20 minutes just scheduled in on your calendar. Thank you time, right? And there's one group of people in particular that you are saying thank you to. And it's so powerful to think about this as a strategy. Is incredible, right? So strategy really leads to the great marketing and the great retention. And this is why I always talk about how it starts with strategy. It starts with sitting down and thinking about how I can thank those on my team and my customers and clients and people that I serve in intentional ways. And not only does it move the needle for your business or nonprofit, but it also brings literal true joy to you and to your team if they're a part of it. So I would encourage you to involve your team in the process of genuinely thanking your customers. Because when have you ever thanked someone or intentionally connected with them and have walked away feeling discouraged or empty? Usually never. So I think there are multiple benefits to this. And so I would just encourage you today to think through your plan. Here's part one. So if you got a piece of paper, you can just write this down or jot this down or type it. So start with your customers, right? And so how can you make them feel appreciated and valued? so that they will champion your brand. And we talk about this in our retention strategies with the marketing engine. And we also talk about this in our strategy game masterminds, really thinking through a plan of what happens after they purchase from you. How do you get them to come back in non-salesy ways? There can be a genuine way that you can get them to return to you, and it's a pull, not a push. You're not pushing them to return to you. You're pulling them, and they're naturally attracted to come back because they're so delighted. Maybe it's a just short, simple handwritten note. Maybe it is just a simple gift from a local vendor that you really love. And that's a win-win, because then you're featuring a local vendor and supporting local business. And you're also thanking them at the same time, right? Something that is personalized for them. So I think there are just a lot of ways that you can do that. It might look like a text message, an email, a call, just that is personalized to them. So just step into their shoes for a minute and think about what they might want to receive from you, and then write it down, jot it down from there. And maybe you take a certain chunk of clients per month to thank. It depends on how your business is structured, right? And how many you have to thank. But a lot of times we overlook these things, and these simple things really move the needle. Okay. And so the second thing we're thinking about and talking about is your team, right? So those that feel appreciated and valued, they will take more ownership of their work and they will produce better results. So really looking at what you can do to intentionally say thank you to your team. Just think about them, maybe write their names out on a piece of paper and think about what means the most to them. And this is where just understanding their personalities and the self-awareness piece really comes in, because you can think about them as an individual and say, what do they love? What's going to resonate most? With some, just walking into their space, their office, or wherever they are, and connecting with them and saying, hey, I just want to say, I see you like working really hard. I see you have a gift in this area, and I'm really thankful for that. Or with some, it could mean a handwritten note might mean the most, right? So some it's words of affirmation. Think about like their gifting. With some it's gifts. So maybe it's, just a small token of appreciation, right? So I think that just the personalized feel really is just a value add to empowering your team. And when you empower your team, obviously you're going to grow your revenue, because it's a trickle down effect, right? In the best way. So I would encourage you to check out this blog post, and it gives you some ideas. Jean gives you ideas throughout the year, and maybe you can then make your own. And we'd love to have you share it with us. If you come up with your own thank you plan, please share it. We'd love to see it. So thanks so much for tuning in. Check out the blog post. And for more, head to storywork.co. Thanks so much.